Welcome in, everyone, and thank you so much for coming to our first Dumpsterduckyy. How are you doing today, Ducky?
I'm doing great.
Look at all the lovely people here.
Look at everybody.
Look at them. Hannah, good guy Raph, K-Beck, Mrs. Calprop. Oh my gosh, it's good to see you all here. Thank you so much for coming. As you guys saw, it says today we'll be talking about our greatest fears. Ducky, you wanna tell us your greatest fear?
It's not already known because everyone taunts it with me every day. Dumpsterduckyy, am terrified. Aliens.
Aliens. You heard it right.
Top fear.
Why aliens, though? Okay, so here's the thing. Like, everyone has their opinion on aliens, whether they're there or not. I personally, I know that they're there. But what has drawn you to the fact that you're afraid of aliens?
Oh, okay, I know there's something else out there. I don't want to know that something else is out there. Like, I know it's there, but I don't want to believe it. No, have you ever seen The Fourth Kind?
I have not, but I have seen signs. And there's that one scene where the alien walks across the screen. I think that may have that may have scarred me for life. A lot of people are scarred by that same scene.
My mic bad? Hello?
Is her mic is bad?
Okay, Beck just said.
Uh-oh. Okay, Beck, your mic's distorting. Hold on, let me fix it. Okay, that might have fixed it. Tell me, everyone at home, can you tell me if that fixed it? Uh-oh, that might have actually broke it more. Let's see here. Oh. Okay, now it should be good. Okay. Hello? The one we call L. Oh, good to see ya.
I've never seen Signs.
You've never seen Signs?
No, because after watching The Fourth Kind... Oh, now they can't hear me.
Wait, can you hear her now? Hello?
Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Okay, we're good. We're good.
I can hear. Okay, perfect. There we go.
After watching The Fourth Kind, yes. I swear I didn't sleep for 2 days.
Right.
That movie messed me up, and I think that's where my fears started.
Sure. Hannah, great to see you. Texas, great to see you guys. Cree, big fan. The L, I love you so much.
I don't want to know if anything's out there, because that movie traumatized me. If you haven't watched it, watch it, and tell me you're not afraid of aliens after it.
Here's the thing. So and everyone has their opinion on aliens. I know that they're out there. I definitely, because there are millions and billions and jillions of stars, right? And you got to tell me the fact. It doesn't even matter what, like, Ducky's afraid of socks. Ducky, is this true? Are you afraid of socks?
I don't wear socks.
I can get behind that.
Not even in the winter.
I can definitely get behind that. Cree wants us to hydrate. Why don't we go ahead and hydrate, Ducky? I've got Mountain Dew in my Home Alone.
Mountain Dew.
I got Mountain Dew in my cup. What about you?
I got Mountain Dew in my cup.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, so I feel like the chances, even no matter what your belief is, like if you like, or if you're Christian or what, wherever you are with like your belief, I feel like the chances of other lives being out there are like, it has to be, right?
I believe they are out there. I do. But I don't want to believe they're out there.
That's true, Bassimus. I do have some lovely socks. So me and Bassimus, the way we met each other was through door-to-door sales, and I would wear funny, awesome socks every day. That was like my thing. And it's true. I do love some good socks. Love a good pair of socks. So, yeah, I feel like the chances of them being out there is 100%, right? But you're more afraid of them watching you. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm telling you what, the first time a strobe light goes off in my window, I'm done. I'm tossed. I'm done.
So
I keep making it.
You feel like aliens, they just instantly will go to being the bad guys. What if they're what if they're good guys? What if we're the bad guys?
Based on all the movies I've seen, there's only one good alien, and it's Wally. Just throwing that out there.
Wally's not even an alien.
I mean, he kind of is. He came from space.
Quebec says, I believe there's at least 1,000 of living creatures more intelligent than us on other planets. And Elle says, probably growing in Ducky's shoes.
Stop!
What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, and that goes to what Basma says is they live among us. What are your thoughts?
You know what? If I pass an alien on the street, I don't want to know it's an alien.
It's kind of like
that information. If I'm at a party and someone comes up to me and like we're having a little icebreaker talk and their first thing is, yeah, so I'm an alien. Done. I will call the CIA.
I gotta stand with Basmus on this. I think Mark Zuckerberg is definitely an alien. Absolutely. There's no way he's not an alien, right? He's gotta be. That theory. They think we are sus. So that's what I think too. So I've heard that there's this thought of if aliens were to see our planet right now, they'd be looking at the like the dinosaur age. They'd be looking because like how far their distance is, right? What are your thoughts on that?
You're telling me that aliens aren't smart enough? They have flying saucers. Probably have probes the size of my left thigh, and you don't think they can see what we're doing right now? Probably listening to us right now.
They probably are. They're probably listening to this podcast right now. Good on them, just like the rest of you lovely people. Black Pegasus out. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here, as well as I saw Slim Shady. Yes, he is the real Shady. Good to see you here.
I don't know, man. Aliens take the cake. Like, whoop.
So it's just the unknowing, like if they're gonna take you.
If they're plotting something, like I don't like surprises, and I don't think they're gonna be showing up with like confetti cannons and a party hat going surprise if they ever come take me.
Right.
Doofy,
I hear you.
What's your fear?
So I have.
Because literally, I have never once heard you talk about a fear.
Okay, I actually do have a fear, and it's a serious one. Brayden, it's so good to see you. I figured that's who you were really quick. I'm sorry to jump over to chat. By the way, Ducky, if I ever offend you by jumping over to chat, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I'll
probably yell at
these incredible people. I figured that's who it was, Brayden. I figured that's who the Black Pegasus out was. We've got to play some Fortnite together sometime. Slimmy says paying his taxes. Oh, CIA taxpayer dollars. Are you saying that that's alien conspiracy, or is that your biggest fear? It's so not Raven. Happy birthday. It's good to see you here. If a planet is a 5 million light years and we have a telescope good enough to zoom really close, we could see what's happened on the planet 5 years ago. That's what I'm saying, Quebec. So do you think that's the same thing with us? So like, do they see us right now? Or do they see 5 million years ago? See what I'm saying?
They see us.
I think so too. I think they've got...
My lights just flickered. I swear to God.
I feel like they're... I feel like they definitely have... They have tabs on us. Aliens definitely have tabs on us, right?
100%.
For sure.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. So my biggest fear, are you guys ready for this? Because it comes with a story.
I'm so ready because like We talk every night, and
Yeah.
we've never brought up your fears, but I feel like we've brought up mine quite a bit.
That is true. My greatest fear is that Nancy will not die in the next season of Stranger Things. If that whore does not...
Doofy Michelle Games.
I'm telling you, get her out of here. Get her... No.
Nancy dies, I'm telling you, I won't be around for a week.
Oh, yeah? I hope you liked that, Black Pegasus. If you didn't, I apologize. There are no refunds. No, but seriously, my biggest fear, and we're going to talk about Stranger Things because I just finished it yesterday. But
Spoiler alerts.
yeah. I'll let you guys know. So before we talk about Stranger Things, I'll let everyone know so there's no spoiler alerts. But my greatest fear is actually mice. I hate them. I am
Mice?
like, even talking about them right now, I'm getting nervous. Like, I
Mice.
hate them so bad. And
Really?
Yeah. And the greatest reason is because, okay, so this is the story of how I'm afraid of mice. So when I was just a young warthog, it was my job to feed the dog outside. So we had this dog. He was an outside dog, and his food was out in the shed. So here comes little Doofy walking out to the shed, and I have a rat in my bedroom. K-Bag, that is bad. K-Bag, I'm scared. I'm actually cringing scared. That's so bad. So here comes little Doofy walking out to the shed, and there was like this pitcher that you could put dog food in and then take it to the dog. So mice lived under the shed, and they would come and get the food, and they would eat the food, and then they would jump out and live along their merry way. But one time, the bag got... No Mickey Mouse snaps for Doofy. I can handle Mickey Mouse. He's a friendly mouse. I know that that's not usual, but anyway. So here comes these mice. They jump into the bag and they eat the food, and then they jump out. But one, they're too fat. Relatable. They're too fat to jump out, and two, the level of the dog food has now gone down. They can't jump out. So here comes Doofy, opens the bag. Young Doofy opens this bag, and this is what he sees. Little mice going like this. Jumping up at me. And I'm like, ah! And I got so scared. I got so stinking scared. I have never been able to get that out of my mind. Oh my gosh, it's so scary. And then like how fast they move, and their tail is all gross. It's gross. They're gross. They're so... The skin is crawling. They're so scary. I
ever told you this. I used to have a pet rat.
See, okay, here's the thing. People have pet rats. And I'm like, you could have picked any other pet. You could have... you know what I mean? Like... They're like, oh, but they snuggle up to your neck. It's like, yeah, so would a cat, okay? Right?
He did. He would snuggle like right here.
Oh, it's so...
His tail would just be like...
no! And then the male ones, their balls are like right there. It's gross. That's gross.
Okay, he was a man and he did have some big balls.
It's called mosophobia. Is that real? Is that real, Slimmy? Is that what I have?
Probably. What's the fear of aliens? Do I have a name?
Yeah, Dumpsterduckyy.
Just Dumpsterduckyy.
Wait, Doofy, how do you feel about like ferrets? See, okay, so here's the thing. I also had a pet hamster, and I think two things...
Basically a mouse.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing is, one, it didn't move as fast, and two... It didn't have a weird, gross tail. I think that's what it was. I think that's what it is for Doofy. So I think ferrets are okay because they're closer to a. I think ferrets are okay because they're closer to a cat. Is that weird? That's just what my mind does. It's like, ferrets are okay. They're kind of cool. But
ferrets are just elongated rats.
yeah, like Elle says, it's a tube sock rat. Snakes are okay, Quebec. I'm okay with snakes. I'm okay with
Like
spiders.
snakes.
I'm okay with all of those, right?
So,
You have another fear? Is it arachnophobia? You're
see, my life is full of fears, all right?
It's true. I'll drink to that.
Yeah,
I'll
spiders
drink
has
to
be
that.
number 2. I don't mess with nothing that has 8 legs.
Mossophobia is the fear of rodents. Yeah, they're gross. They're gross. And bats are just flying rats. Okay, I'll fight anyone on that. And you can tell me like, oh, did you guys know that bats created French toast? I don't care. Okay, I freaking hate
What?
bats.
Did you say what?
I like people always bring up the weirdest facts. They're like, "Oh, did you know?"
Okay. I thought you were just spitting real facts. I'm like, I need.
Did you know that bats eat all of the mosquitoes in the world? It's like, okay, well, both bats and mosquitoes can freak off, man. Like,
Yeah, they can go away.
Sharebear says, I had one of those don't kill the mouse traps and use peanut butter as the bait. When I checked it in the morning, it was full. Something like 6 mice crawling all over each other. Oh!
Doofy's done. Doofy is sick.
Oh, man.
Ratatouille was a chef. Yeah, what about, like, even in movies, do you get freaked out? Like, cartoons or...
So, usually cartoons are okay. Like, Mickey Mouse, perfectly fine. Obviously, it's a cartoon. But... there is that one scene in Ratatouille where the mice fall out of the ceiling, and she shot the hole up in her roof, and then they all fall down.
Yep.
That made me quease. I almost lost.
It.
I did. I was like, that's too many. That's gross.
Oh, I love it.
That is really gross. Quebec says, how about snakes? I'm okay with snakes. Oh, would you have a pet tarantula? I wouldn't. Ducky, would you have a pet tarantula?
That's a fat no.
I figured as much. But you will eat one, right? Tell the lovely people how much we have to do to get you to eat a tarantula.
I made a stupid promise when I was young, about 6 months ago.
Yep.
That if I ever make partner on Twitch, I will buy a dehydrated tarantula and eat it on stream. Because I hate myself that much.
Guys, we just need to get her partnered so we can watch her eat a tarantula. That's all we need. What about Stuart Little? Okay, so that's funny you bring that up, Cree. So I don't have a fear of Stuart Little, but I do find that movie so funny because imagine being a child at that adoption agency. Oh, and you're just like, all right, today's the day. You know, they're gonna come to, you know, some adopting family is loving and they're going to come adopt us. And then they go walking out with a literal mouse. You're like, bro, are you kidding me? The disrespect? Slippy Nomad with the raid? Let's go. Slippy Nomad, thank you so much for the raid. We really appreciate that. We're just doing our very first podcast. I hope you're all enjoying it. What are your guys' biggest fears? I've heard some. Slimmy's afraid of rodents. Quebec says, I know Greeny's biggest fear. What's Greeny's biggest fear? Share with us.
Have you ever seen the movie Mouse Hunt? I think that's what it's called.
No, I can't bring myself around to watch some of those shows.
It's literally about them hunting down this one mouse.
Yes, I have, and it's got what's his name? It's got like the.
It's an older movie.
Yeah, super old, and the mouse is always outsmarting them. Yeah, I've
Right.
seen that.
I was wondering if that one triggered
No,
you.
that was a good one because it was like a younger dude. Like, I think that was before the trauma. I was like, oh, this is a fun movie. And it was fun. Elle says,
so cute.
wait, how about possums? I don't mind possums. In fact, I think possums are kind of cool because they'll show their teeth, but they won't bite. And they don't carry rabies.
You ever
Did you know that?
come face to face with a possum?
No, but I think
I have. They're terrifying.
I was gonna say I think that's why I'm like I like possums. I think they're cool.
No, there was one that lived under my car. Right?
Uh-huh.
And one day I went out to go start it in the dark, and all I hear is
Oh man, okay. Okay, yeah, I think that would definitely trigger some fight or flight. So I don't have a problem with possums. In fact, I follow this kid. He's like 16 years old. Follow him on TikTok. He will just like he lives out in the boons, you know, and he'll find possums all the time, and he'll pick them up and just like put them on his shoulder and just like look at this little baby. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. That's kind of like me, just all hiss, no bite. That's me.
all hiss, no bite.
Did you see my toast? No. Oh, Ducky and everyone, raise up your glasses. We've got some teacups. Raise up your glasses, no matter what you're drinking, and let's toast to Slimmy, who says Dustin gets married in Stranger Things. Is Dustin getting married in Stranger Things?
Do you have an inside scoop that we don't?
Yeah, Slimmy, what do you know that we don't?
Give us all that tea.
Either way, cheers to that. Cheers to all of you.
Cheers.
In the wise words of Nacho Libre, good toast.
That was a good toast.
I'm pretty sure Greenie's biggest fear is spiders.
I think so too. I think she said it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, possums and armadillos. I don't have a problem with them. I don't see those daily, you know. I don't have a problem with armadillos or possums. I think possums are kind of cool from what I know. Or deep water. Ooh, that's an interesting one too. Cause that brings up a good point. So Ducky, you're afraid of aliens in space. But did you know that we have actually studied and have found more about space than we have about our own ocean? Did you know that?
This brings me to fear number 4.
Okay.
The ocean.
Okay.
Actually afraid of everything.
Hi, I'm Ducky, and I'm afraid of everything.
I'm Ducky, and I'm afraid of everything. The first step is admitting you have a problem,
True.
all right?
True. Elle says I don't do heights, but we'll get to that, Elle, because that's a good one. So I feel like we need to do more research about our own ocean. I feel like
we just need to leave it alone.
I want to see what's down. I want to know what's down there.
You know what? I just don't. I see pictures on Facebook that pop up. They're like, this was found in like Guatemala. And I'm like, put it back. Stop touching it.
Okay, leave it alone.
You poked it with a stick. Now put it back.
Astioblade says, no, I missed 30 minutes of the Dumpstergames podcast. Well, you're right in time to talk more about fears. We're still going over some of our greatest fears. But yeah, right now I feel like we should study more about our oceans. I want to know what's down there more than I think that's where I'm coming to consensus is that I want to know more what's in our ocean than I want to know what's in space. That makes sense? It's kind of like I want to know more about me than I want to know about what's out there.
I just don't want to know about none of it.
Well, I feel like listen, Ducky, they haven't eaten us yet. So clearly.
Yet.
So you feel like if we do more study.
Word. Yeah.
We're going to go poking the bear, the underwater bear. I mean.
If we start poking at things are going to come up. And we might not like those things. And they're going to be like, oh, whoops. And then it's going to be too late.
Quebec, that's a good point. Maybe aliens are hiding at the deep of the ocean. Maybe.
Imagine. That's you know what? Here's a conspiracy theory I just thought of.
Okay.
That's why the state easy.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. So, I feel ya. That we know of. I feel like that's true. I feel like if we were to go study, we could become friends with a lot of the aliens that live in our ocean. I feel like we could become very strong friends.
What?
Right? I mean, we need to do our research and find out more about our own planet than we need to know what's out there.
Well, I don't know. You know what? You know that don't ask, don't tell thing?
Oh, you mean that thing that the military used to do back in the 80s?
Don't ask, don't tell. I ain't gonna ask shit. Don't tell me. I
feel like Cher's on board, Asteo Blade's on board. I think like us as humans want to know more about what's in the ocean than we do want to know what's space. NASA, if you're listening, let's dive down. Don't go up, go down. Let's go down next time.
Let's go down.
Thoughts? I think so.
Should we just apply to NASA?
I think Megalodon might be real, Quebec. If not still alive now, definitely back in the day. I don't think Megalodon is alive. I feel like, well, maybe I don't know, because I was going to say Megalodon doesn't have... Yeah, Megalodon's the big shark. I was going to say, I don't know if Megalodon is alive, because where was his food? Where's their food source? But we don't know. We have no idea.
We don't know that.
About the ocean. We don't know. I mean, there are fish that like to be pets. That is true. That is true. Asteo knows, see? He's alive. The Meg exists.
Justice for Meg.
Yeah, justice for Meg, hashtag. But I feel like, okay, so L mentioned heights. He doesn't do heights. So, L and anyone else who's afraid of heights, what are your thoughts on roller coasters? Like, if you know you're strapped in, if you know you're safe, you're secure, are you going on that? Are you going on that ride or no?
I love heights.
Me too. I do too.
Yeah.
I get a thrill.
I'll go on any sketchy ride that takes me up and away.
Me too. Me too. And I actually, this is so reckless and stupid of younger Doofy. But what I used to think is like, listen, one, so many people have already rode this roller coaster before me and they're alive. And two, and this is so dumb. This is so reckless. But I used to think if a roller coaster were to break down and I were to die, think of how loaded my family would be. And that's legit how I would get through the fear of going on rides.
That's true.
I don't mess with clowns, bro. There's just a large nope factor about them. So is that just like you were alive during the 2016 pandemic of clowns haunting the streets? That was nuts. That was a weird time to be alive, that's for sure.
I like clowns.
I don't like clowns. And I think for the same reason Asteo Blade, there's just a lot of like, I know you, Ducky, but if you put on a clown costume, I feel like two things are happening. One, you're hiding so much about yourself. And two, you're bringing so much of yourself forward in your face and mask that I don't want to see. I don't want to see that spookiness.
Are you saying next podcast I dress up as a clown?
I don't recommend it. I don't think so. But
no, clowns never bothered me. Like I watch it. the whole people dressing up as clowns and standing outside was kind of funny.
That was you, Ducky? Was that you? Are you saying that was you? Cotton, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
I may have started a movement.
Yeah, you did, definitely. That was all because of Dumpsterduckyy.
I started with one red nose.
Yeah, and a dream, apparently.
A dream.
A good prank went even better, I would say.
I mean, yeah, it just started a movement of clowns. Just people clowning around in the street.
Yeah, well, that went really viral, I gotta say. The 2016 clowns that would chase people randomly, that was scary.
I wish it was around me.
So I actually have never seen it, but I have just finished Stranger Things. And that was my thought too. Okay, so anyone who doesn't want any Stranger Things spoilers, I would say this would be a good time to mute or to lurk or to just tab us up or just to check out. Thank you so much for being here. We'd really appreciate it. But
even though next week or so is the volume 2.
Yeah, next week is volume 2 of season 4.
You should already be caught up.
Yeah, I feel like
disappointed if you're not.
I feel like there's times can't get spoiled if you've never watched it. Okay, well, if you've never watched it, hold on to your butts, okay? Because it's gonna get good.
Hold them good.
So here it comes. 3, 2, 1. I was shooketh. I was shooketh.
I don't think you were the only one.
That experiment 1 or whatever his name. I'm on season 1, episode 1. Bastimus, it has been years that this has been out.
So you've had
Get in the program,
years.
Bastimus.
Gosh.
Well, but I might want to go back and start watching season 1, episode 1 again.
I don't know if I could deal with the heart. Doofy, can you even deal with the heartbreak?
No.
Again?
Well, losing Barb was hard.
Me and Doofy have very different opinions about Barb and Nancy. Let's start there.
Let's start there. What are your thoughts on Nancy and Barb, Ducky?
As you know, I am a Nancy stan. I play Nancy in Dead by Daylight.
Yep.
I adore Nancy. Barb, she was an okay character, but I wasn't so torn up when she died.
God.
As most people. I didn't think she was... I thought she was kind of annoying, to be honest.
Son of a gun.
Am I the asshole?
Go on, I'll let you speak. I'm sorry. I'll just sip my tea. You go on.
So, I don't know. When I first met Barb, I thought she was that annoying friend that was just, jealous of Nancy and Steve. In a sense, I was like, this biddy is gonna get in the way of everything, and then, just kidding, no you're not. It must be bad when the writers write you off. You'd be that good of a character if they write you off that early. I can feel you right now, just getting ready to come at me, guns blazing.
Are you done?
I'm done.
How dare you? Okay, first off, how mother freaking dare you? Okay.
Am I wrong though?
Yes, you're wrong. Are you wrong? Are you kidding me? Listen, we have all been in situations where we have all been the third wheel. Is there a little bit of jealousy? A little bit, but more in the fact of Nancy's being there as support. I feel like if Nancy was any sort of jealous toward Nancy or if Barb was any sort of jealous toward Nancy and Scuba Steve, I feel like she would not have gone to hang out with them. I have been in the situation where I'm in the hot tub and my friend and his girlfriend are sitting there smoochy wooching, and I'm just like, big gulps, huh? Well, I'll be over here if you need me. So
Doofy's in the corner of the hot tub going, so no one wants to play mermaids.
Right.
No,
I'm
they
doing
didn't even
the.
give her a chance for the character to develop. You know what I mean? Like they just wrote her off so quick.
That's true. I feel like maybe they should have given her a little bit more.
Right, maybe then I would have liked her, but
Yeah.
from what I got from her, it wasn't it.
I feel like a little bit more development should have been what they gave
Right.
us. So,
Right.
and then I feel like everyone would be on the same page because I feel for Barb.
Let's hear about you and Nancy.
I feel about Barb. I feel for Barb. And you know what? I think that Nancy is the one who got her killed. That freaking Lucy Little Tramp Nancy got Barb killed, and she's the one who's to blame. You watch the show here, people. You even watch the most recent ones. Nancy, her boyfriend is away, and she's totally warming up to anyone and everyone. Hell, I feel like even if that nerd wouldn't have gotten killed, she would have slept with him.
Oh, now you're bringing Jonathan into this.
Well, shouldn't I? Nancy's dating Jonathan.
Listen, I never shipped Nancy and Jonathan, even though the actors in real life are dating.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know
Nancy and Jonathan, the real actors, are actually dating.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cute.
But I never shipped them. I was a Nancy and Steve stan.
Okay, but here's the thing.
You know what?
It doesn't matter if you shipped them. The writers shipped them. The writers definitely shipped them.
100%.
Dang, the water's looking real good. I think so too, Ashley. Wait.
I don't know. I mean, this season by far has to be the best one yet.
Oh, for sure. Yep, definitely.
We'll say that.
Definitely. Yeah.
And
hands down the best
you
one.
said you didn't know that number one was the bad guy.
I legit did not get that until
found out.
Until 11 was talking with him in like the flashback. I didn't even make the connection until it was like in front of me. I was like, that's the bad guy. Wow.
I made the connection.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm thinking, wow, this guy, like, I knew the guy that, well, at first you don't know he's one.
Uh-huh.
The blonde-haired guy that's really trying to help her. I was like, there's something just ain't right.
Right.
Then you find out all about family, where the kid could do special stuff, and
yep.
blah, blah.
What? But I didn't know that. I didn't find that out until Nancy was seeing like the flashbacks. I didn't know it was him.
Right. Nancy is in the Upside Down, and my heart is broken.
Freaking Nancy. I got so excited when I saw the blood pulling or coming out of the pool into the pool that Nancy was standing in. I thought, yes, finally this little skank is going to get what is coming to her.
And then you see Barb.
Yeah, and Barb is just decaying in the side like this. Poor Barb.
I don't know. I mean, they brought in a lot of good characters for this season.
Mm-hmm.
One that actually I read, the writers were upset. The only person they have ever been upset of killing off too early is Chrissy.
Why?
I don't know. I think they thought like her and Eddie could have had a thing going on.
I don't know. It didn't seem like that would even be a thing. I don't know.
But I guess a lot of people were really torn. They were more torn up that Chrissy died versus when Barb died.
That's dumb. That's stupid.
There was a lot of people that were Barb stans.
Was Chrissy even in the third one? Justice for Barb all the way in Bassmaster.
I don't remember Chrissy in the third one.
Right? Wasn't she just written into this season?
She might have been a little bit into last season, but she wasn't like...
Yeah, she wasn't
big.
Memorable. That's for damn sure.
We just met Eddie this season, so I don't think Chrissy was in last season. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I feel like she was written in for this season, but regardless, I feel like Nancy Cooter is the one that's getting everyone killed. I feel like because she has her boyfriend across the country and they didn't get together during spring break. So she's starting to warm up to Scuba Steve. She's starting to warm up to Robin, even though she doesn't know Robin is a lesbian. And she would have probably slept with that nerd if he wouldn't have died.
Listen, the only reason she's warming up to Steve is because that feeling never left.
I feel like
it's always been there.
I feel like that feeling is definitely left, and now it's coming back because her nether regions are starting to want someone.
You're saying she's got a cooter bot that just goes like
her cooter is on the hunt. And since her boyfriend is across the country and Scuba Steve is the closest one, she's like, dang, these little bat bites are looking extra fine. Extra fine.
That scene. That brings me to something. There's been a lot of talk.
Okay.
I've been seeing some things, and the person who plays Eddie said in an interview that this volume 2 is going to be absolute carnage.
Yeah.
So that makes me think there's going to be more than one big death.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of people who are killed. I feel like it might be, I mean, it's the end, isn't it?
I mean, it's the end, but would they kill everybody?
I mean, it would be bad writing, that's for freaking sure. But
right, so I don't think they're going to, but I feel like there's going to be there's going to be a lot of deaths versus like one big death. Like the season before, it was, wasn't it Joyce's fiance, husband, man thing? That's season 3? Bob?
Oh,
that
yeah.
Too?
It was season 3.
Okay. And then you had the guy who spoke Russian and always slurped the Slurpees.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Those were 2 big deaths.
Yeah.
And that was it. And now they're saying this is going to be absolute carnage. A theory, Netflix, I'm coming for you if this is true. I will be writing every day. I think you're going to see Steve die.
Better not happen.
I think Eddie is going to die.
Justice for potatoes, says Mrs. I agree.
I think Will.
Will?
Actually, I don't know about
no. Not our boy Will.
I feel like one of the boys are gonna die, but I think it's gonna be a toss-up between Mike and Lucas. I
hope none of them do. I would be fine if Will and Dustin, those are my 2 top favorites.
I do love a Dusty Bun.
Yeah, me too. I love Dusty Bun. If Dusty Bun dies, I will be writing a letter.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and if Hopper dies, I'm telling you what, they threw me through the ringer.
Well, I thought he was dead. 3? I definitely thought he was dead.
What? I was not going to watch it because I thought Hopper was dead. And then I saw the trailer for the new season. I'm like, oh, Hopper.
Mrs. is here to talk about the Deepwater. Go on, Ducky. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I just think that we're going to see a lot of deaths from a lot of fan favorites. And Netflix is going to be getting some emails.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
100%.
So, but if they killed them off in, this is going to sound so counterintuitive. If they killed them off in a respectful way, or like in a, wow, he went down for a good cause, do you think it would be fine? Like Hopper, I thought Hopper died last season I thought Hopper died in a good way.
Oh, he did.
It's like,
but
wow.
I still wasn't going to watch it. So that answers your question.
I guess that answers my question.
If any of my fan favorites die, and I've been tweeting pretty much about this.
Yeah.
I've been throwing out the tweets like Netflix, just so you know,
yeah.
I am going to come for blood if these people die.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'm behind you 100 I'm behind you 75%.
75?
Yeah, because I can't agree with
Just because Barb
Nancy.
didn't die in an honorable way.
I can't agree with Nancy. She died as the third will. I've been the third will. I will fight for Barb until my dying breath. Listen. Barb died with no justice. All she was there was to protect Nancy and to make sure that she was a good friend, and she died for it. That's not her fault that the creators and the writers didn't write her into a better story. And that is 100% Nancy's fault that she went on a cooter hunt and she let her nether reasons decide which way she was going to go, and she left she left Barb out there to die. That is 100% Nancy's fault, and that's why she feels guilty for Barb's death. And to make it better, well, paying for it by still going after Scuba Steve. F that. She's not paying for it. She doesn't give a damn. She hasn't paid for anything. Theory? Okay.
That Will is one of the experiments, like 11.
I've heard that too. I've actually heard that too. I've heard
that little shit lasted how long in the Upside Down by himself?
Well, okay, so I didn't hear that he was in an experiment. I heard that Will never left the Upside Down. That's a theory I heard.
Really?
Yeah. So Will, up to this, from the point that he went into the Upside Down till now, he has not been the same Will, because he's the one who spit out those slugs that turned into the hound dogs, and he so he's the one who brought that onto this side of the world, and
that makes sense.
He's the one who brought the big monster. Will did.
Do you think Will's working with Vecna?
I think Vecna is Will. I think like an extension of Vecna is in Will in a non-weird way. Does that make sense?
Maybe he's keeping tabs on 11?
Like maybe Will's actual body is in the Upside Down alive, but
this is like a shadow Will.
This is a shadow Will on our side of the world.
Kind of sense, because, I mean, Elle now lives with Will.
Mm-hmm.
He's always keeping an eye on 11.
11, yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know, man, that's wild. I heard that he was one of the experiments. I think it was experiment 10, right before 11. So they would have been around the same age.
But Papa was talking to experiment 10.
That's a flashback.
Right, but that was the same day that he was talking to experiment 10. Is the same day that that 1 and 11 lost their minds, like that they went.
Right, but remember, you never see. I think it was 10. I believe that was the number. You see every other kid's eyes other than 10.
Hmm.
It's a theory, kind of like number 1, when his sister got murdered, you never saw his eyes.
Right. But it wouldn't make sense, because Will is like, he's like a really, like, he's a written in character to the 4 of them. Like, they played Dungeons and Dragons, like he was never missing, right? So he would have to literally wear a wig if he was outside of the, and he would have been living outside of like the prison. You know what I mean?
But all that's a flashback. That's before they could have just like put him in a normal situation, because he was the last one out, and then maybe eventually come back, and that's why Will survived in the Upside Down.
Right. Yeah.
He would technically be the same age as 11 is now.
That's what it says. I only care about experiment 626. I agree. I'm with you.
You know what? I care about 626.
Yeah. He's a maniac. He's a crazy man who wants to steal your left shoe.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the next part to this, which comes out July 1st,
mm-hmm.
is going to be wild.
Yeah, I feel like too. I'm pretty stoked for it. So
mm-hmm.
yeah. So Mrs. brought up the deep waters. Mrs., if you're still here, what scares you about the deep waters? Is it the unknown? And
It should be everything.
if that's the case, are you equally afraid of space? I feel like it's weird.
One of the same.
This just came to my mind. We're in like this weird limbo spot where if we go up, we can't breathe. If we go down, we can't breathe. We can't survive. Humans are just right on this.
Isn't that scary?
It's kind of weird.
And you want to find out more?
It's kind of weird. That is weird. I'm getting weirded out. Now I'm getting weirded out.
See, and you want to find out more. You're like, oh, let's go down. Yeah, where we can't breathe.
Well, we do it all the time. We go well, all the time. We went to the moon.
What happens if we get like too far up or too far down where like our breathing packs don't work?
I feel like
then what?
I feel like we'll just have to have that'll be a good safety test, and then we'll have to redo it.
I don't know.
Stoned sneak. I'm a snake. I'm a sneaky little snicker snake.
I'm a sneaky little snicker snake.
Good to see you, Stone Snake.
Yeah, I don't know. Stranger Things is gonna be mind blowing.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Me too. I'm excited for Stranger Things. I'm hopefully we didn't just spoil a lot for those who haven't seen it yet. But like you said, we've had years to watch this. Bastimas to catch up, man. Bastimas, come on. Let's have a movie night. You and I will cuddle in real life, and we'll watch all the Stranger Things.
Perfect. I think that sounds like a good idea. Can you FaceTime me and act like I'm there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All I want in life.
So, one thing before we go, what we love to do. Wait, really quick. Astioblade says easy solution to the breathing underwater problem: human experimentation with fish's gene. That's a good idea. Man-made mermaids. I'm on board. I'll sign up.
Just leave me in my streaming room to die peacefully.
I'll sign up. I'll sign up for sure. Well, what I was going to say is that we wanted to do this Am I an Asshole? You guys have heard it. You all love it. We're going to read one of the stories from Reddit, Am I the Asshole? At random. We have not read this before. What I'm doing is I'm literally scrolling through right now. Probably going to pick one. I'm going to read a few titles, and then we'll pick it together. Ducky, what do you say?
I love it.
Don't you dare threaten me with a real good time. Bastimas, I'm serious, man. All right, so this is what we've got so far. The top one is, am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law okay, that's not what we're going to read. I want to F her son. That's not what we're going to do. For canceling the payments for my daughter's wedding after she told me my wife isn't invited. For calling my stepson a loser and telling my wife if I had it my way, he'd be out of the house.
Ooh.
For not giving my mayonnaise to my boyfriend.
What? I think that's a different kind of thing.
Right. We've got a raid? Let's freaking go.
Right.
Hey. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your gameplay? Tell us, what did you play? Did you learn as a player? Did you grow as a streamer? Tell us, how did it go? And thank you so much for the raid. You absolute legend. Give you a quick shout out there real quick. And before we read the Am I the Asshole? Okay, let's see here. Have any of these popped out to you so far?
I won't lie, the one where he calls his stepson a loser boy.
Okay, let's read that one. Okay. All right, guys, so this is what we're going to read this, and then we're all going to blind react to this together. Am I the asshole for calling my stepson a loser and telling my wife if I had it my way, he'd be out of the house? First time user, I'm a 50-year-old man. I'm not too familiar with Reddit or social media. I'm sorry if I format this wrong. I've been married to my wife since the fall of 2019. I have 2 boys with my ex-wife, both successful in their late 20s and married. One has a kid on the way. My wife has 1 son. How she even name drops Kevin. Poor Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Poor Kevin. Played some Dead Island and I learned nothing. Well, thank you so much for the raid. You're absolutely loved and appreciated here. Thank you so much. Everyone, go give them a follow. Is it lol x is it axolotl? Because I'm all about an axolotl. Axolotl. And if it's not your name, that's what I'm going to be calling you from now on. Axolotl. Go give Axolotl a follow. It's always Kevin. Yeah,
It's always Kevin.
So Kevin is 20 and lives with us. He and my wife moved in with me after we got married. I have the room because I was alone in the house. I have never really seen eye to eye with Kevin. I love sports. My boys excelled at baseball and football in high school and some college. Kevin is the type that can't be bothered with sports, which is okay, but it means one less thing we can bond over. He's never really seen me as a father figure, and I never really saw him as a son, but I provide for him since he lives with us. Kevin flunked out of college after his first year. He doesn't care. His friend is starting a company after college and promised Kevin a job, and has now been fired/quit from his 4th job since. This conversation happened after he was fired again, but I will provide backstory first. First job, Target. He quit because his boss yelled at him. I asked why, because Kevin was late. Kevin sarcastically said Target didn't lose any money for him being 20 minutes late. I mean, dang, the snapback, Kevin. Sheesh.
God, Kevin.
Second job, Starbucks. They wanted him to work with morning shifts. Kevin refused to wake up before 11 a.m., so he quit. Third job, a local grocery store. He was fired under the suspicion he was stoned. I believed it. Kid smokes like a chimney. It's not my place to tell him to stop, though. Fourth job, a friend of mine hired him on his landscaping crew. He was fired because he was a no call, no showing. I was embarrassed because I knew the guy. Apparently, Kevin had a problem with being on his phone. When the boss, my friend, corrected him, Kevin said he has no right to tell him what to do with his property. After this, I refused to acknowledge Kevin much. Kevin was talking with his mom. His mom is the most amazing woman I've ever met, but goes soft on Kevin, in my opinion. She was doing her usual, "It's okay, sweetie," routine, and my blood boiled. I yelled, "No, it's not okay. He's a fucking loser." I'll admit, I raised my voice. Then I said, "Kevin, you're lucky I love your mother with all my heart, because if it was up to me, you'd be out of this house." My wife snapped at me. I responded that Kevin is 20 and needs to start finding a direction in life. He flunked out of college. He can't hold a job that's 15 years, hold a job that 15-year-olds are able to do. 15? He's only 15? Okay. I suggested he go spend 2 weeks living with my son, and he would whoop his ass into shape. Kevin cried, told me that the worst day of his life was when his mom married me. My wife got upset with me, which is fair. I flew off the handle, but in my opinion...
You were in an ad!
Oh no!
Look at everyone tumble!
Oh no! It was just getting good, no! I know that feeling. He's not 15. Okay, we'll wait. We'll wait, everyone. Hold on. Hold on. Everyone, wait.
They're gonna be shook when they come back and find out we didn't go on without him.
We're not going on. You go back to the no, he's a fucking loser. Okay. Okay, so I yelled at him, "No, it's not okay. You're an effing loser." I'll admit I raised my voice. Then I said, "Kevin, you're lucky I love your mother with all my heart, because if I had it my way, you'd be out of this house." My wife snapped at me. I responded that Kevin is 20 and needs to start finding a direction in life. He flunked out of college and he can't get a job that 15-year-olds are able to do. I suggested he go spend 2 weeks living with my son and he would whoop his ass into shape. Kevin cried. With me, the worst day, he cried, told me that the worst day of his life was when his mom married me. My wife got very upset with me, which is fair. I flew off the handle, but in my opinion, he has been babied, and that's why he acts this way. I think he needs someone to give it to him straight. Even started applying for jobs again after this, so I think me yelling worked. Wife is still angry and wants me to apologize. So, am I the asshole? Quebec says, it says he wouldn't handle jobs 15-year-olds can do. Oh, are you reading along with me?
Yeah.
Oh, and he can't hold a job that 15-year-olds are able to do. Right, okay. So he's not 15, he's 20. So, guys, is this dad or this stepdad, is he an asshole? Becky?
I am going to have to say the dad is not the asshole.
I agree. So Sharebear says technically he is the a-hole, but not an undeserved one. He can apologize for snapping, but the message does not need an apology.
See, I agree with that.
Yeah, I do too. I feel like he definitely needs to have a good conversation with his wife along with his son. Not together.
But I feel like he's done it. Sounds to me like he's done it. Like they've probably had conversations like, you can't keep a job. Like there's no way these two have not had conversations about it. Just no way.
I'm G Hudson. I'm doing so good. Thank you so much for asking. I hope you're doing great. You deserve nothing less than a good time. I feel the same. I feel like he's not the asshole in this. I feel like he is, he definitely shouldn't. Okay, here's the thing. It feels like he's in a situation where like his word isn't getting put out there, or it's getting pushed to the back burner, or it's getting undermined every time with his wife saying like,
it's okay, honey.
It's okay, honey. It's okay.
After the second job or third job where you get these stupid reasons that you quit, it's time to, be like, listen, love is love. All right.
Yeah. I feel like that's the conversation that needs to happen with the wife and say, look, we need to sit down together and talk to him about our expectations. This is something, something my dad taught me is he's like, look, you're 18, which is fine. You can live in my house, but there are rules in my house that I want to be obeyed, I guess, and he the way that, and I know that sounds weird, but he addressed it more in the fact of like, we're roommates and like, I don't want you coming home after 12 because we're asleep. Like, just show your family the common decency of not coming home after 12. And as an 18-year-old, like, I was like, well, I kind of want to come home whenever I feel like it. But I understand, like, I'm living with my dad, So I feel like that's something that maybe the dad needs to sit down with. He's not the asshole. But what you do, here's a good point. Your reaction does not make you an asshole. The follow-up, that's what makes you an asshole. If you're not going to follow up and make things better in the right way, then he's the asshole.
Like Cher said, apologize for snapping. But so. not for the message.
Right. Yeah. Quebec has a question. Quebec, go ahead.
I'm scared of what Quebec's question
Me
is.
too. I'm G Hudson says, I'm good, thanks, mate. And I'm going to have to change my thinking and say the stepdad is trying to be an encouraging person. what would happen if Ducky got stuck on a deserted island with Doofy? What would
Exactly
happen?
these conversations.
Yeah. This is what would happen.
This is 100%.
This is exactly what would happen. We would be talking about Stranger Things a lot longer.
We would probably be like separated by like a line of coconuts, and he'd have a sign that says "Justice for Barb," made out of like berry juice. And I would say Nancy Stan on my sign.
We would probably be like, I don't know. We would just find ourselves like going and like collecting coconuts and just talking about the dumbest stuff and just like.
You'd wander off, to be honest, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That too.
Yeah, there is
Ducky,
that as well.
where are you? And I'll just go ping, 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 ping.
Yeah. Yeah, our call for when we need when we're separated is the wilderness must be explored. Caw-caw, caw-caw, roar! And then we'll come running. One Throne,
But yeah,
hello,
I have
I'm your
to say-
biggest fan.
Oh, Throne.
Dumpsterduckyy, hello, my favorite Ducky. I have a little energy, so I thought, why not watch my favorite duos? One Throne, we hope you get feeling better, you sweetheart.
Yeah.
You absolute legend.
Legend. I don't know. I feel like the dad's not the asshole. And to be honest, I don't even feel like he's an asshole for snapping.
Uh-huh.
Because it sounds like this has been building up.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's my point too. That's what I think too, is that his wording and everything that he's been saying has just been pushed down by his wife.
And he even tried to get the kid a job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like maybe the kid has a shitty attitude because these two got married.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, it sounds like he is a mama's boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I feel like it was just those two before him. And now that he's in the picture, he probably talks about his kids a lot. Like he said, one's really, they're successful.
Yeah.
One has a kid on the way. This kid's like, well, I'm just a piece of shit anyway.
Right. I feel like
there's tension.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I feel like the stepdad definitely needs to step up and maybe try to have. It sounds like they both are clashing and not trying to have a relationship. We're just on the outside looking in, so it could be completely different. We don't know, but I feel like we
only found out from Reddit.
Exactly. So I feel like if they talk it through now, like Cher Bear said, I agree with Cher. If they talk it through now, then neither of them will be the asshole. It can be resolved, but if it's not, then that person is the asshole.
Never learned how to be swift as a coursing river.
Right. Nito, no problem being late. We're just glad you're here. Quebec, if you and I were stuck on a deserted island, you know what would happen. The stepdad has to be the man of the house. I agree, Hudson. I agree. Yeah. But also with that being said, there's a difference of like being the man of the house and being the asshole of the house. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like,
you don't want to overstep, but it is your house as well. So I mean, be mature about it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be just a fucking asshole because you can.
Right. Nito, I hope you made a lot of money today.
I just think it was, he's just fed up and hearing her say that about a job that he helped get, and he talked smack to his friend. I think that was just the final twig to be snapped.
Right.
That's why it blew up the way it did.
Yeah. I mean, I think Astablade is right in the sense of like, look, they're both trying to be the honcho man, and I don't know, it's kind of like the stepdad, it's his house. Like, he brought them in.
Does the kid pay anything?
Right. And that's the thing, is it's like, looking at it, it's like, dude, like, I love you, but you are mooching off of me, which I can't stand. Right. And that's hard to see. I would like to be the asshole. Nito, you are christened as the asshole.
You are the asshole, Nito. We make a Reddit post one day about Nito.
Yeah.
And then just not tell everyone it's about Nito and just read it.
Yeah, I will. No, I actually feel bad. One time I was the asshole to Nito. Nito was in the me and Nito, we played lacrosse together, and he was a freshman, and as a senior, I was launching lacrosse balls at him as a joke, which is not funny. That could hurt you so bad. And surprise, it did. It hurt him so bad, and I will never let myself live that down, Nito. I'm so sorry.
Doofy, you're about to go into the upside down.
Yeah, I am about to go into the upside down. Wait, I hear a grandfather clock. Do you hear that?
Doofy, is that a clock behind you?
Stop! That's so scary. That's so scary. Okay.
Do you know when, before I watched Stranger Things, that was what my TikTok was full of?
Was
people going, "Oh, do you see that clock?"
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out what they meant, and I'm like, "What fucking clock?"
Yeah. Yeah. The same thing with me. Same thing with me. And then once and then people would start
it, you're like, oh.
And then people would start singing their favorite song just randomly.
Yeah.
To try to save from going. Yeah, those were great.
Good times.
I was recently the asshole to Doofy on TikTok. Asimus, were you really?
Asimus, what did you do?
He called me out. I said I feel attacked. He sent me a TikTok. Let me see if I can find it.
Asimus, you're getting on the block right now. You're in the hot seat.
Oh. He sent me a TikTok that was talking about this wife that's like, it was like, what would happen if I invited your husband home? And then it like shot over to the wife, and she's like, take him. If my husband, and then she was explaining that this guy had the same problems that I did. I was like, whoa, bro. Like, wow, this guy has terrible IBS and it's... I'm just kidding, Bassimus. I'm just kidding.
Oh, Basta. That's funny.
Well, thank you all so much for this podcast. Ducky, you are lovely. Ducky, tell everyone listening how they can find you, where they can go to watch you more.
You can follow me at Twitch, Dumpsterduckyy with 2 Y's. Same on my Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. I'm just there. Make sure you use epic code Doofy.
That is not what we agreed on.
Just so you know, when you're buying your battle pass for Fortnite.
That is not what we agreed on.
My throat.
Well, thank you so much. We are going to go ahead and raid out. Do you have any recommendations? Anyone in chat have any recommendations?
I have 2 people on right now. 3 people. I will DM them to you right now, just in case as a backup.
Okay. Astroblade says, it's the For You page, not the For Me page. Stop calling me out. Sorry, Astroblade. One Throne with the gifted sub. Oh my gosh.
Oh, little sweetie.
One Throne, thank you so much. I'm sorry I don't have the overlays and stuff going on. I turned them all off for the podcast, but you are absolutely sweet, One Throne. Thank you so stinking much. Guys, go and follow Pre-Law Flipper. She's she's the wife of Pre-Law.
They're married.
And they have an incredible stream. You guys will love it. Go and check them out. They're incredible. They're married and they in love.
They're married.
Okay, let's open up Ducky's recommendation. I can't see it for some reason.
You can't. What?
Can't see it. Oh, I guess I could. Yes, I can. Never mind. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So just 3. I got Bastimus. Looks like he's got 1.
Okay. Actually, I think we're gonna raid out to a really good friend of mine, someone who has uh, uh, someone who has supported the channel and is a good person. And when you get in there, ask him why he's afraid of heights.
Ooh!
Y'all know him. We all love him.
We love Lunch Lady L.
We love Lunch Lady L. Thank you all so much again for being here. You all are incredible. Before you go, we love to give custom compliments here. Just wanted you to know that you have a really nice toaster oven. It's a good one.
So
right?
nice.
It's a good one. They do, don't they? Ducky, they do.
Just all the stuff.
Thank you all so much for being here. You're loved,
Thanks,
you're important,
guys.
and we really appreciate it. And we'll see you on the podcast next week. Bye, everyone. Don't forget, there's always money in the